from ODM. I think most of them are from Luo Nyanza, apart from one, I think, at the coast. Yes. That changes the game a lot for ODM going forward.
Fred, this is what I think. One, what President Ruto was bargaining for when he took Raila Odinga on board was Azimio. That was then. He was looking for the 6 million votes that he got. But today, with Western gone, Kisii gone.
Which Western is gone?
Which Western is gone? A lot of Masai gone. Ukambani gone. A lot of Mijikenda gone. He's dealing with a section.
Western is fully in President Ruto's column.
Right? And a bit of Kisii because of Alati and Johor now a bit. So he's dealing with a small fraction of what he had hoped for. That's number one. Number two, I think from my thinking, President Ruto is in a very, he's like an orphan right now. Because the men he had hoped would at least keep the ODM near government, the man is no longer there. He's a guy, at least Raila would have taken it like another 1 year, giving hopes. Of course, he was going to vote out later. But at least he would have made it easier for him. But now he's an orphan because Raila is no longer there. And you can hear the people who are left there, Ida Odinga. Look at her, her demeanor and her character and personality and body language when people visit her. Look at Luth, look at Oburu, look at Orengo, look at the other people. They are now feeling more, able to talk their own minds. Look at Sifuna and Baba, So, but they want to be nice to the president because he's a president. And he requested to be invited. He requested, he's been saying he's a founder member. Please remember me. Please invite me to the founder dinner. Yes, he is on record saying he wants to discipline some people.
There are better lies to tell.
So now, I will not be surprised, Fred, that actually President Ruto has already made a request to vie on ODM. I will not be surprised.
Where do you get that?
Because he's capable, he's completely, as we speak politically. Let's go to the point. Politically right now, the most exposed president on earth is President Ruto. Politically exposed. Because he threw out the people who give him 47%. Okay, right now remaining about 2% from Mount Kenya.
How?
Now, he doesn't have Ukambani. Look at how bitter he was yesterday. Literally, completely. Even going to abuse Kalonzo Musyoka in his backyard to say Hana Akiri. What kind of desperation is that? Somebody, we actually, the people who say that we need to pray for our leaders, they need to do right now because it's very serious. So what am I saying? They are being nice. ODM is being nice to the president because he's the president. Okay. He'll invite him for the dinner. I can tell you seated here today. I like what he says, seated here. Let me also say seated here. Seated here today, I can tell you, those people who will be celebrating with the president at ODM at 20, 80% will not vote for him.
All right.
That one I can tell you.
And we do have live pictures there, courtesy of Azimio TV. The SGR terminus here in Nairobi, quite a number of people, supporters of the ODM party, traveling to the venue of the 20th anniversary celebrations in Mombasa for this ODM at 20 celebrations, and you can see the kind of excitement there. But Wanafwamba, you seem to dispute the fact that ODM appears to have lost a bit of its support in Western Kenya. Why? What do you base that assertion on?
ODM has lost some of its support in Western, but to who? I think most of the ODM support that has been lost has gone to UDA. For example, you see like Governor Paranya was very influential in terms of ODM in Kakamega County in particular. Now Oparanya is part of President Ruto's government, and therefore all the persuasive power that he held in Kakamega under ODM will automatically be under President Ruto, who is the leader of UDA. But now, back to something totally...
now that you say that, allow me to say that the chief whip in the Senate comes from that same region, the majority whip. And he, especially when it comes to this upcoming by-elections, is supporting a candidate from a different party.
Of course, he has
a UDA member.
Of course, he has his own reasons, but we are looking at the presidential race. When you look at the presidential race, anyone who has presidential ambitions will support President William Ruto in the coming election. And Western is expected to produce the next president in 2032. And as it prepares that way, the assumption is that if you support President Ruto, he'll be there for 5 years. You will not compete with him in 2032. But if you support any other person, it will be so automatic that in 2032, that person will be going for a second term. And that means that the